Welcome to our channel, where we take you on fascinating journeys through history, exploring the stories behind remarkable objects and events that have shaped our world. Today, we delve into an astonishing tale that revolves around an unassuming 1-cent coin from 1984, a coin that has gained an extraordinary value of $65 million, a figure that might seem unbelievable at first glance. What makes this 1 cent so precious, you might ask? The answer lies in an intricate web of errors and mistakes made during its production, a tale filled with ambition, unpredictability, and the unexpected twists of fate that define the world of collectibles. To understand how an ordinary coin became synonymous with extravagance, we must travel back to the summer of 1984 and the grand stage of the Los Angeles Olympics, an event that captured the hearts and imaginations of thousands worldwide. The organization of the Olympics was not just about athletic prowess, it was a massive logistical operation seeking to blend cultural celebration, immense funding, and nationwide excitement. The Olympic Committee sought to capitalize on this fervor, propelling the launch of a lottery program aimed at raising money for the event while providing fans a chance to win fantastic prizes. In a frenzied attempt to print millions of tickets in celebration of these games, the organizers were faced with intense pressure. They envisioned captivating designs that would encapsulate the spirit of the Olympics, images portraying athletes in action, symbols of international unity, and vibrant colors that reflected the energy of the event. However, amid the rush to meet deadlines and produce a monumental quantity of tickets, the oversight began to show its true face. Numerous errors crept into the process, setting in motion a series of events that would ultimately lead to the incredible worth of the 1-cent coin. As the printing presses churned out these tickets at a breakneck pace, details became lost in the shuffle, and it wasn't long before significant misprints and design flaws started to surface. The numbering system, which should have been clear and sequential, fell victim to mishaps, duplicate numbers appeared where they shouldn't, and some of the tickets bore colors that looked nothing like the intended palette. In addition to this negligence, there were instances of strange typographical errors that gave the tickets a distinct and unintended charm. For example, some tickets ironically flaunted catchy misspellings or intriguing layout configurations that intrigued early collectors. As a result of this perfect storm of errors, it became clear that some tickets were unlike anything else produced. What initially seemed like a nuisance began to morph into a thrilling opportunity for collectors who recognized the rarity of these misprints, marking their significance in a world where supply and demand dictated worth. Within just a short time frame, word began to spread about the scarcity of misprinted lottery tickets, elevating their status from simple memorabilia to sought-after artifacts. Enthusiasts from around the country began seeking out these strange and quirky pieces, hoping to uncover the proverbial golden ticket that could change their fortunes overnight. The excitement surrounding these misprints quickly created an environment ripe for speculation, with collectors clamoring to acquire tickets that deviated from the norm. Auctions saw frenetic activity, and what had once been perceived as mere slips of paper evolved into tangible investments cultivated by fervent enthusiasm. The market for these misprinted pieces began to blossom, and collectors started placing significant monetary values on rare tickets that bore the marks of production mistakes. The conundrum of perceived value became a critical theme, as the rarity of these misprints juxtaposed traditional expectations. Coinciding with the growing interest in collectibles, prices began to escalate radically. The 1-cent coin soon found itself entwined in this developing narrative, as collectors recognized it not only as a reminder of the Olympic Games but as a symbol of the human capacity for error and chance that enriches our lives. Unexpectedly, what first seemed to trivialize the coin would in fact enshrine its legacy. It became a focal point of fascination, intertwining the worlds of history, nostalgia, aspiration, and the complexities of human ambition. Collectors no longer sought merely to own physical items. They were after the tales behind the coins, the narratives of how simple errors led to inflated worth and irrational success. Each misprinted piece connected them to their vibrant history of the Olympics, an event that united countries and showcased the pinnacle of athletic achievement, contrasted against the chaotic backstory of its own creation. As the years rolled forward, the frenzy surrounding the misprinted coins deepened. Auction houses hosted bidding wars where prices soared into the stratosphere as collectors sought to secure their places in the annals of history, forever linking themselves to artifacts perceived as treasures. The coin, currently assessed at an eye-popping $65 million, possesses a rich history captured in the myriad stories it could tell, highlighting the potent dichotomy between ambition and oversight that characterizes the human experience. Interestingly, this anomaly also anchors deeper conversations about value as it relates to circumstance and perception, emphasizing how sometimes intrinsic value takes a backseat to the narratives generated by chance and human folly. At the crux of the coin's appeal lies its backstory, including those mistakes that rendered it extraordinary. The intense passion for collecting misprints highlights society's proclivity for investing emotionally and economically in seemingly mundane items, effectively redefining what we perceive as valuable. As collectors became obsessed with the 1-cent coin, discussions surrounding its role as a cultural artifact flourished, as it not only conveyed immense monetary worth but also the essence of a moment in time, wrapped in the spirit of creativity and the joy of competition that the Olympics underscore. The wider conversation about human error also took center stage, exploring how flaws lead to opportunities and how mistakes hold the potential for serendipity. In an evolving world increasingly obsessed with perfection, the tale of the 1-cent coin urges us to reflect on imperfection and the beauty it can yield. It challenges us to embrace our own errors and to recognize that sometimes, the most worthwhile stories emerge from unlikely places, allowing us to shake off conventional notions surrounding value. Each ounce of fervent bidding evokes a recognition of the historical significance of Olympic events, reminding everyone involved that greatness often rises from chaotic circumstances, analogous to the complexities of human achievement represented by the athletes at the Olympics. Ultimately, the incredible journey of this 1-cent coin resonates beyond mere economics. It tells tales through time of determination and resilience, embodying the legacy of the Olympics itself while reminding us that greatness is often defined not only through triumphs but through the hurdles we surmount along their way. As we ponder the allure of the 1-cent coin, let us also appreciate how our relationship with artifacts reflects the kaleidoscope of possibility that life offers us, a reminder that while mistakes can lead to unexpected consequences, they can also ignite passion, spark curiosity, and redefine our understanding of value in the world. With this thrilling narrative, we reach the culmination of this captivating journey through the story of the 1984 1-cent coin, a journey marked by ambition, oversight, and the unpredictability of human endeavor. We thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of the most fascinating phenomena in the realm of collectibles, reminding us all that the world is full of surprises waiting to be uncovered in the stories that surround us. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing tales that delve deep into the intersections of history, culture, and the extraordinary possibilities found in narratives often overlooked. Stay curious, as we look forward to bringing you more captivating insights from the world that continues to fascinate and inspire us all. Next, we step into the intriguing world of rare coins and the astonishing narratives that accompany them, specifically focusing on a remarkable 1-cent coin minted between 1962 and beyond, a coin that has somehow skyrocketed in value to an astounding $110 million, an eye-popping figure that invites scrutiny and awe. You might wonder how a singular cent can command such a staggering price, and the answer lies deeply entrenched within the captivating tale of errors, oversights, and unintended consequences that transformed what should have been a simple piece of currency into a precious collectible steeped in history and intrigue. To understand the treasure that is this 1-cent coin, we must travel back to the early 1960s, a dynamic period in American history marked by social change, technological advancements, and a culture rich with creativity and ambition. It was a time when the country was rapidly evolving, and among the many products of this evolution was the penny, often taken for granted in daily transactions, yet serving as a canvas for expression and a reflection of the complexities at play within the American economic landscape. The genesis of this stunningly valuable 1-cent coin can be traced to the U.S. Mint's efforts to celebrate various themes and symbols of American pride during that era. In a bold move, the Mint began experimenting with new designs and materials that would not only capture the essence of the nation's identity but also resonate with collectors and the public alike. However, amid the excitement of innovation and creativity, missteps began to surface, revealing the cracks in the finely-tuned machinery of the minting process. One of the most notable errors was related to the creation of what would become the famous 1962-era pennies, produced in unexpectedly limited quantities due to a flaw that occurred during the minting process. Unlike standard coins, which passed through machines designed to produce exact replicas, these particular coins were the unintended products of a chaotic minting day characterized by mechanical failure and the rush to meet production demands, leading to a few hundred unique pieces that would go on to captivate collectors around the globe. These coins, with their subtle variations in design, caught the eye of numismatists and casual collectors alike, igniting a fervor for the extraordinary and the unusual amidst a sea of otherwise mundane currency. To fully appreciate the intricacies surrounding these errors, we must examine the latent possibilities inherent in a coin that has been floored by chance. The errors involved in these coins were numerous, from discrepancies in size and weight to altered lettering and misaligned designs. It was as if the universe had conspired to create a series of miniature artworks. One of the most talked about mistakes was the doubling of inscriptions on certain coins, where the words E pluribus unum and liberty appeared not once but twice, creating an optical illusion that made these coins instantly recognizable and collectible. Meanwhile, certain coins were improperly aligned, granting them strange angles and shapes that deviated from the standard rounds produced at the mint. This made them all the more desirable as collectors sought to acquire these apparent anomalies that bore witness to flawed artistry. The limited number of these era coins came to embody an essential truth about collectibles: scarcity breeds value. Much like how a rare painting or sculpture can appreciate in worth, so too could these coins, and as whispers of their existence spread among collectors, demand surged. Whether on auction blocks or through private sales, the once overlooked 1-cent coins began to change hands at jaw-dropping prices, gradually nudging the concept of what a penny could be worth well beyond its face value. Indeed, this newfound intrigue and demand propelled the value of these coins to unparalleled heights, as eager collectors jockeyed for position in auctions where competing bids often escalated into frenzies of competition to own one of the prized examples of misprinted coins, with the most pristine specimens fetching figures that tested the limits of reason and finance. Analysis of these coins' worth began to reflect broader trends within the collecting community, where the complexities of era coins intertwined with cultural narratives that defined the era, the symbolism inherent in collecting for preservation, investment, and the thrill of discovery mirrored the hopes and aspirations of a nation grappling with changes on multiple fronts. With time, knowledge surrounding these 1962 1-cent coins deepened, as enthusiasts delved into the stories that bolstered their worth, appreciating the blend of chance and craftsmanship that had brought these unique pieces to life. Each coin's journey from thoughtless currency to multi-million-dollar collectible tells something profound about our relationship with material objects. It invites reflection on the human inclination to find beauty in the flawed, recognize history within the mundane, and cultivate emotion around items that might otherwise be disregarded. The stunning price tag of $110 million for specific well-preserved 1962 penny-era specimens serves as a powerful testament to the desire among collectors to invest in unique artifacts that tell narratives beyond mere numbers and figures. In addition to the aesthetic value and historical intrigue, the 1-cent coin embodies the complexities of the economy itself, reflecting broader themes of supply and demand, speculation, and investments. Each dollar amount placed on these coins at auctions and trades represents a moment in time, a shared understanding between buyers and sellers, where the intrinsic value of currency converges with the emotional narratives we construct around it. The story of the 1-cent coin transcends its physicality. It serves as a gateway into understanding how humans negotiate meaning and significance with the objects we encounter. As the collecting culture flourished, the number of collectors specializing in era coins blossomed, influencing market behaviors and expanding awareness about the inherent beauty found in imperfection. Communities formed both online and offline, fueled by shared passion and enthusiasm as they explored the convergence of history, artistry, and finance within the realm of numismatics. This expanding network of enthusiasts helped to evolve the discourse surrounding era coins. The 1962 1-cent coin at the center of this conversation represents a unique intersection where economic value, historical context, and human experience meet. Exploring this trajectory against the backdrop of society's evolving relationship with currency and material culture prompts a more profound examination of how we attribute worth within communities and beyond. In this context, the elevated valuation of the 1962 1-cent coin makes sense. It serves not just as a piece of metal but as a representation of our collective human journey, capturing moments of innovation, creativity, resilience, and serendipity that remain engraved in the annals of history. As we ponder the implications surrounding this era coin, we recognize that its extraordinary worth encapsulates a blend of nostalgia, artistry, and awareness, an emblem of the roads traveled by various collectors, historians, and enthusiasts who have intersected with its narrative. The marketplace for these rare coins thrives on the stories they evoke, transcending their monetary value through the threads of connection and dialogue woven together in the dynamic spaces of human engagement and appreciation. Transitioning between interests in historical artifacts and modern rapid transactions of coins, we see how the evolution of technology and communication further influences perceptions surrounding these era coins. The ability to connect immediately via online platforms allows collectors to exchange insights, discoveries, and figurative treasures at an unprecedented rate. Forums dedicated to numismatics, social media groups, and private dealers showcase these coins while permitting enthusiasts to share their knowledge, findings, and even their mistakes, propelling the community forward in a shared mission to understand and uncover hidden treasures. The process of documenting and discussing these era coins reflects a collective evolution in appreciating artifact value that weaves together economics and culture, driving both long-standing and new collectors to recognize that their pursuit is not just about coins but also about the larger journey of preservation and appreciation. The interconnectedness and networking fostered by the digital age further accentuate the remarkable power of story as it pertains to art, culture, and humanity's relationship with objects, fostering a fertile ground for future generations of collectors to flourish. In examining the shift surrounding marketplace dynamics, it becomes clear that the allure of era coins is not merely about their financial return but also about the stories they carry and the indelible impact they leave on those who encounter them. On a broader scale, the valued 1962 1-cent coin offers opportunities for reflection on our shared cultural legacy, encouraging discussions about what we choose to collect and why. There lies a beauty in collecting as a means of forging identity and connection. Every collector's pursuit offers insight into their values, passions, and relationships with the world around them. The interaction with pieces of history reshapes our understanding of wealth, art, and exploration, delineating an awareness that transcends traditional financial metrics. Ultimately, our discussion of the 1-cent coin reminds us of the intertwining of our past, present, and future. It serves as a reminder of how easily we might overlook the extraordinary potential housed in an ordinary object. The lifespan of such coins portrays the object lessons of time and perception, embodying stories that cross boundaries and reach hearts. The interplay between economic factors, the chaos of production errors, and the vitality of human experience cohesively embody the very essence of our existence. As we conclude this exploration into the captivating world surrounding the 1962 1-cent coin and its eye-popping value of $110 million, we encourage you to celebrate the beauty of imperfection in your own lives and to find value in the stories inherent in the objects around you. Join us as we continue to navigate the mysteries of historical artifacts and engage in heartfelt discussions about the unexpected surprises that lie within our shared human experience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our future explorations into captivating tales from history that invite reflection on our collective past, ignite our imaginations, and extend our appreciation for the remarkable journeys that shape our world. Thank you for being part of this adventure, and we look forward to sharing more stories that uncover the hidden gems in the tapestry of life, demonstrating that every era can be an opportunity and that every coin has a history waiting to be nurtured. Next, we're going to dive into one of the most captivating curiosities in the world of numismatics, exploring the astonishing journey of a particular 1-cent coin minted in the 2000s that has skyrocketed in value to an incredible $80 million, a price that seems almost unfathomable for a piece of currency that, at face value, is just a tiny fraction of a dollar. How does such a small amount become so immensely valuable, you might wonder? The answer lies in a fascinating tale layered with a series of errors, oversights, and historical significance that transformed this ordinary coin into a priceless collector's item, illustrating the unpredictable nature of human error and its potential to create invaluable artifacts. To understand how this dramatic ascent in worth occurred, we need to rewind to the early 2000s, a time marked by rapid technological advancements and shifts in cultural perspectives regarding currency and collectibles. During this period, the United States Mint was undergoing significant changes, refining production processes and introducing various iterations of coins as it sought to stay relevant and appealing to a generation increasingly driven by digital transactions and innovations. Amid these transitions, the Mint produced millions of 1-cent coins, also known as pennies, yet some coins from this era emerged from the minting process with significant errors that began to capture the attention of avid collectors and numismatists alike. Understanding the nature of the minting process is key to appreciating the transformative journey of these 1-cent coins. Coins are typically produced through a rigorous and tightly controlled series of steps, including design, production, and quality assurance, with the goal of ensuring uniformity. However, in the hustle of meeting the demands of a rapidly changing market, several hiccups occurred within the production of 2000s pennies, leading to a number of unique and misprinted coins that would go on to be coveted by collectors searching for the rarest of finds among an otherwise mundane standard issue. These coins demonstrated several errors that would ultimately elevate their importance and monetary value. For instance, there were notable mistakes involving improper die alignment and flawed designs that resulted in coins showcasing unusual features. Some coins featured misaligned images, imperfect spacing between lettering, or even incorrect engravings of crucial symbols and phrases such as "In God We Trust" or "E Pluribus Unum," making them exceptionally rare and desirable. The unique characteristics found in these misprinted coins, elements that deviated from the expected standard, resulted in a surge of interest from collectors who recognized that rarity was a driving force behind value, leading to an uptick in demand and substantial increases in selling prices. As rumors and reports of these known-era coins began to circulate among collectors and enthusiasts, word spread, igniting a frenzy for these limited-issue items, making each find an exhilarating discovery that promised not just ownership of a piece of history but also significant financial returns. As collectors navigated the market for these era coins, the concept of perceived value began to help form new understandings about what constitutes worth, leading to the rise of a vibrant community willing to invest substantial sums in the pursuit of the rarest specimens. Vibrant forums sprang up, and collectors exchanged insights regarding era coins, pricing trends, and tips on how to spot these fascinating misprints. As the narrative around the 2000s 1-cent coins gained traction, the global numismatic landscape became increasingly sophisticated, with auction houses and dealers recognizing the potential to capitalize on the demand for these unique collectibles. Some coins were authenticated by experts and then sold for staggering amounts, defying initial expectations. All the while, the price of certain misprinted coins ramped up to astonishing levels, leading to some nearly unimaginable auction prices that bewildered both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. The single-cent coins, characterized by their particular eras from the early 2000s, quickly rose to become not just mere currency but prized artifacts of history, reflecting the complexities of production and the serendipity of human oversight. The phenomenon of the 1-cent coin transitioned into a valuable investment opportunity as collectors enthusiastically embraced the possibility of owning a singular piece of numismatic art, understanding the compelling dynamics surrounding scarcity, rarity, and value in the realm of collectibles. Over time, the market for misprinted coins expanded even further, with dedicated collectors fiercely competing for the most pristine condition specimens, often seeing prices shoot upward at auctions, resulting in records being broken for what was once considered ordinary currency. The stories that unfolded around these unique coins illustrate how emotions often drive financial markets. Many collectors became enamored not only with the monetary value but also with the thrill of the hunt, the adventure of uncovering these hidden treasures that history had left behind. Each misprinted coin encapsulated a moment in time when meticulous details were overlooked, reminding collectors of the importance of every small element that contributes to the whole, imprinting an unexpected artistry on pieces of currency that otherwise may have slipped under the radar. As the excitement surrounding the 2000s 1-cent coins continued to grow, the potential for value became a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more collectors pursued these elusive coins, the more their worth increased, creating a trend that saw everyday people starting to sift through their change and search for the legendary misprinted pieces. This dynamic, fueled by a collective interest and determination, not only ignited an appreciation for these specific coins but extended a broader cultural fascination with era coins and their role in the history of currency. No longer merely regarded as pennies, these misprints became cultural artifacts, bridging gaps between generations as collectors began to discuss their finds and the stories they represented. The 2000s 1-cent coins, each marked by their own story of error, became vessels of narrative that ushered in conversations about how perfection can often falter and how, in the face of those imperfections, great value can emerge. The conversation surrounding the value of these coins eventually transcended the world of numismatics and permeated popular culture. Documentaries highlighting significant finds, articles stating where to look for such coins, and public interest pieces educating people on how to spot these valuable errors flourished across platforms, drawing in new enthusiasts eager to engage with the exciting world of coin collecting. Additionally, it encouraged a renewed sense of community among collectors, from novice to expert, who found enjoyment in swapping tales of their respective finds, lending insight into the processes involved in authenticating coins, and sharing tips on coin preservation and care. This cultural shift transformed the landscape of coin collecting into a more inclusive and democratized space, allowing interest to flourish in new pockets and inspiring a fresh generation to explore the magical world of numismatics. The value of these 1-cent pieces, lauded as worth $80 million due to their significance and rarity, exemplifies how an ordinary item can transcend its intended purpose and acquire extraordinary value amidst the proudly overlapping narratives of aspiration, history, and creativity. As generations of collectors contributed to the conversation, some pennies gradually transitioned from obscurity into renowned symbols of prosperity, inadvertently elevating the worth of any coin marred by the idiosyncrasies of era. It's essential to note that these coins don't just serve as reminders of mistakes made during production, they illustrate the notion that the world around us is often colorful, blurry, and imperfect, yet within those imperfections lies the potential for discovery, enjoyment, and even profit. The astounding valuation of these 1-cent coins tells us that worth can be subjective. Much like art or rare artifacts, the emotional resonance attached to these coins forms a cornerstone of their value, inviting discussions of nostalgia, discovery, and the complexities of monetary systems. In concluding our exploration of the extraordinary journey of the 2000s 1-cent coin valued at $80 million, we discover that its story transcends the realm of simple transactions. This particular penny engages the mind and soul of its beholders, whether avid collectors, casual observers, or curious individuals eager to delve deeper into the mechanics of the numismatic world. This coin serves as a vivid reminder that the most mundane objects can become vessels of history, emotion, and experience, encapsulating moments of humanity while challenging us to reconsider the assumptions we hold about worth and value. Thank you for joining us today as we unpacked this intriguing tale rooted in era and opportunity, illustrating how even the simplest and smallest of items can harbor profound stories waiting to be unearthed. We hope you found this exploration as enlightening and engaging as we did. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of collectibles and want to explore more stories like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, allowing us to continue bringing you fascinating insights into history, culture, and the intriguing nuances that surround everyday objects. Stay curious, and join us next time as we delve deeper into the extraordinary intersections of life, history, and the stories that shape our everyday existence.